What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, I am super happy that this trial is officially coming to a close. This trial is so convoluted and ridiculous. But I will say, like I said yesterday, Martin Gray, he's a good attorney. I will say that. He's a reputable lawyer, but I really don't think he was expecting Scott Baldwin to put up that much of a fight. I don't think he was. By some of his reactions and stuff, I think he kind of underestimated Scott a little bit. Because just as dirty as Martin was trying to play, Scott played just as dirty. Even dirtier. Like, Scott brought up some really great points, though. I don't see how a judge could not side with Scott. Despite what Kevin said, that Franco's competent enough to make his own medical decisions, despite that, I feel like Scott made a great argument. There's no denying it. I felt like Scott was on his A game. So even if Scott were to lose this case, Scott, man, he should hold his head up and be proud. He fought hard for Franco. He really did. He fought the good fight. But you can't never tell what a judge is going to say or what a jury is going to say. Like, you just never know. It's 50-50. It's very 50-50. But I will say Scott did a hell of a job. What annoyed me, though, was Elizabeth. Elizabeth annoyed me because when he was grilling Kim on the witness stand and when he was grilling Franco on the witness stand, every time he got done grilling him, Elizabeth would keep saying, "Oh, I wish you didn't have to go hard on them like that. I wish you didn't have to go so hard and be so cruel to Kim or go so hard on Franco." Elizabeth, shh. Be mute. Seriously. What the hell do you expect this man to do? Franco is that man's son. He's going to fight like hell for his son. And you should want him to do that. That's why you wanted him to represent you. Because you knew that he had a personal attachment to this. So you knew Scott was going to pull out he was going to pull out the big guns for this. You knew that. And Scott brought up a lot of great points. Like, even when he was sitting there and Franco was sitting there talking about all of Drew's memories, how he remembers being in Turkey or wherever in 2010. And that was a brilliant legal strategy. That was a brilliant move by Scott to post that LA Times article from LA July, around the same time Franco claims he was in Turkey as Drew Kane. He pulled out that article from the same time, the same day in 2010, where the LAPD was questioning Franco on 2 homicides. That was smart. There's no way a judge can't take that into consideration. That was brilliant. That was fucking ingenious to bring that up. Ingenious. You know what I'm saying? Perfectly ingenious. But, like I said, you never know what a judge is going to say, especially after hearing all the testimony, especially after, Kevin Collins said what he said, how Franco's competent. You just never know what a judge is going to say. But Kim, she was just all the way delusional. Like, she's sitting there hugging on Franco and stuff. You are in love with a flash drive. That's what you're in love with. You're in love with a person who has memories of a person that you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you're in love with. You're not in love with the person. You're in love with the memories. That's all she's in love with. So she's batshit crazy. But like I said, Elizabeth, she was irking my soul, though. Like, you said, "Oh, I wish you didn't have to go so hard on him." Liz, he had no choice. If I was an attorney dealing with the same thing, I would have done the same damn thing. He had no choice. You got to go big or go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Liz. You know how this works. I love how Trina was there for Cameron. She left work early and everything. She just got the job with Ava and she left to go be at that trial. See, that's why I love their friendship. And I feel like Trina's way more of a friend to Cam than Jocelyn is. Like, I understand Jocelyn been going through some stuff. She got a new baby sister or whatnot. But come on now. You could have went for that trial for moral support. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely could have went. Come on. Trina got a whole job right about now. A whole internship that she's doing. And she still made time. So you definitely could have made time. Like, come on now. But I love Trina, though. She definitely, she's that ride or die. I like it. I just wonder what the judge is going to decide, though. Like, it's up in the air at this point what the judge is going to do. Like, I'm skeptical to find out. So anyway, moving on from that, we got some more prison blues. Sam. Prison, Pettinville don't look like it done age Sam. She look like she is not coping well. So basically, Sam is scared because she want a new room. You know, she want a new cell or whatever because her cellmate is still in isolation or wherever the hell, in the hole, wherever they call it. And she attacked her old cellmate. So that's what Sam is scared of, that she's going to get attacked. That's why I said Sam should have learned how to fight before she got sent up in there, because you're going to need it, you know, to keep them up off you. You know how them little girls do up in them prisons. You know how them people do. They come for you, especially the fresh meat, the new blood. They always try you. So Diane did bring some good news. Because, you know, trials, when you're on trial, it takes a while. Especially when you got to deal with a jury selection. So Diane found a way. To forego all of that by just having a bench, whatever they call it, a bench trial. So basically, she wants it to where a judge, and only a judge, can hear all the facts and decide the verdict, the outcome. No jury. Jason was a little skeptical of that, and I kind of understand where Jason's coming from with it. But at the same time, this is what I said about the Franco trial, about the Franco case. You know, they have a judge deciding. And it's still 50-50. But see, that's my whole point, though. It doesn't matter if it's a jury or a judge. It's still 50-50. You never know. And Sam brought up, it was like they were weighing pros and cons, basically, after Diane walked out the room. Jason and Sam were basically weighing the pros and cons of having a judge decide versus having a jury decide. With a judge, he just didn't want one person, you know, deciding her fate. Especially, you know, he just didn't want that. With Sam, as far as juries go, she thought about it, but at the same time, she felt like it would be bad to have a jury because they're going to hear all that testimony. They're going to hear all that stuff and about her past and stuff, because, you know, her past is going to be brought up, and she didn't want her past to sway the jury, especially seeing as how she's also connected to Sonny and Jason. She didn't want that to sway a jury, but that same stuff can sway a judge, even though a judge, you know, with a judge it's different because it's more about relevance. You know what I'm saying? Like, the judge ain't thinking about her history with Jason and Sonny. That has no bearing on this case. It has no weight. But with a jury, it might, because you never know. But she decided to go with a bench judge, you know, decide to go with no jury, because at least then, you know, you don't have to deal, like Diane said, she doesn't have to deal with the jury selection and all that, you know, jury deliberation. She ain't got to deal with all that. Simple, straightforward, straight to the chase. So basically, her trial will start in a couple of days, which is a good thing. But like I said, with a judge or a jury, it's still 50-50 because you don't know what a person is thinking. You don't know what a jury's thinking. You don't know what a judge is thinking. You don't know. So it's still 50-50. Either way, it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know what I mean? You just never know what anybody's going to do. You know, Diane's doing the best that she can with this. But like Diane said, a lot of the stuff is on their side. You know, look at the PCPD. They didn't even want to pursue murder charges against her because they had no real evidence. And the feds are going to use that little testimony from that nurse, which is hearsay. So that shouldn't even be allowed. Diane should get that tossed out. That's hearsay. She has no proof or nothing. You know, you overheard something or whatever. It's hearsay. You know, you got to go sit down with that one, because I agree with Diane. That should be inadmissible in court. Definitely. It should be tossed out. But, you know, Sam, I mean, I don't see her going to prison, honestly. I really don't. So anyway, moving on from that. Valentin. I'm getting so tired of him sitting here threatening the child. Like, are you serious? Like, he all got his little panties all up in a bunch because Spencer apparently sent Nina an expensive bottle of champagne to taunt them about them getting back together or their potential wedding or whatever the fuck it was. So of course Valentin accosts Laura to basically threaten her grandson and say, oh, well, as a child, he's a nuisance or whatever. And once he becomes even as a young adult or whatever, he's becoming a threat, a problem. He's becoming a problem. So basically, as a child, he's a nuisance. As a young adult, he's a problem. So he basically told Laura once he becomes a threat, he was like, that's when I'm going to have to handle him like I do all my other enemies. Valentin, shut your ass up. Ain't nobody scared of you. Even a child ain't scared of you. Spencer is a young kid. He's a young preteen kid, and his ass ain't scared of you. Now, if you got a young preteen who ain't afraid of you, what makes you think any adult is going to be afraid of you? And you saw the look on Laura's face. She was ready to whoop his ass. If she had the strength of a man, she would have beat him down. I know she would have, because she looked like she was ready to wring his little skinny ass neck. She was ready to tear him apart, and I wouldn't have blamed her. That's why I wish Kevin was still there, because I know had he would have threatened Spencer in front of Kevin, I know Kevin would have knocked him on his ass. I know he would have. Because, Kevin, that's an alpha male right there. Kevin don't play that. You ain't going to threaten his wife, and you definitely not going to threaten his step-grandson. You ain't going to do all of that. Kevin don't play that mess. Therapist or not, Kevin, don't let the suit fool you. Don't let the medical degree and the credentials fool you. Kevin would knock you the hell out. Like, don't play. See, that's the problem with some of these men on this show. They so big and bold when it comes to standing up to a woman, but when it comes to standing up around another man, they back the hell down. That's when they want to back down. See, that's a punk ass move. I remember Shiloh used to always do that. When it came to women, he could grab a woman and be all up in her face, but when a man confront him, he'd take an ass whooping. He'd just get his ass beat. See, that's the problem with some of them. You step to a man like that, you're going to see what's going to happen. Valentin, that's what he need to understand. You don't pump fear into nobody. You really don't. You don't scare not. A child ain't afraid of you. And that's a shame. That's a shame within itself when a kid ain't afraid of you. You even got a little preteen like Spencer taunting and threatening you. So basically, he talking about something, if Spencer don't, I got information on him. Laura was like, what the hell are you talking about? What information? We all know what he talking about, that mayor tampering that Spencer did. So basically, he's trying to tell Laura, get a tighter leash on him. Laura looked at him like, bitch, if you don't get out my face. Laura was not with it. Like, you could tell she just want to hurt him. I could see it all over Laura's face, and I wouldn't blame her if she wanted to put paws on him. Go ahead, get a Louisville slugger and beat the hell out of him. And then he gonna sit there and go to Ava talking about he want a portrait done. He talking about he want to commission a portrait, a family portrait for him, Charlotte, and Nina. Ava was like, hell no. Ava was pissed when she found out Nina took him back. And of course she confronted Nina about it, and Nina was basically telling her to mind her business. My whole thing is, I have the feeling, the way that Nina was looking at that champagne that Spencer sent, I'm more convinced now. I'm convinced that she's playing Valentin. I'm convinced on it. Because when he wanted to throw it away and stuff, Nina kept telling him, no, we're not throwing it away. And the way she was looking at it and had that smirk on her face, she's playing a game. I can see it. She's playing, she got something up her sleeve because she's way too calm about people confronting her about this. And she's just, seem a different version of herself when she's around Valentin. I have the feeling she's playing him. Now I'm convinced. I believe she is. If she's not playing him, she's just dumb. But I have that feeling that she's playing him. Until I see different, I feel like she's playing him. So anyway, Lucy Coe. I love Lucy. She is nosy as hell though. Like when she saw Ava storm up into that office to go talk to Nina, she's sitting there trying to listen at the door and stuff, telling Maxie, I wonder what they're talking about. What do you guys think they're talking about? Maxie didn't give a damn. She didn't care. She had her own business over here with Peter that she was trying to handle. She didn't care about what's going on in that office. And it's not her business anyway. She was like, Nina's a big girl. She can take care of herself. I said, exactly. Peter might as well just tell Maxie the whole damn truth. Like, ain't no sense in you keep lying. Like, you might as well just tell the truth. Because Maxie was not here for it. Like, she really was not. Like, she just dismissed Lucy because Lucy was, trying to talk to him about that condo that's up for sale and stuff. And Maxie was just irritated by Peter. He was sitting there looking at his phone, trying to figure out this whole Franco trial. And that's what she was trying to figure out. Why are you so curious about Franco? He might as well just tell her the truth, because one way or another, this shit coming out. So you might as well just tell her. It's better to come from you now rather than somebody later down the line, because you know that's what's going to happen. Either Jason going to find something, Spinelli going to find something, somebody going to find something, or somebody going to hear something that they ain't meant to hear, and Maxie going to find out. Either way, his days are numbered, so he might as well just tell the damn truth and shame the devil. Might as well. Anyway, moving on from that. Lulu. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but if you're going to do something romantic and go on a date, please don't spend your entire date talking about other people. That shit is so unromantic. It annoyed me. Like, their whole date, her and Dustin, it started out as a romantic gesture. Her bringing lunch or dinner to him or whatever in his classroom. I thought that was romantic, but it quickly turned sour for me. Because what was supposed to be nice, lovey-dovey, romantic turned to stupid. Why are y'all spending the whole date talking about Nina and Valentin? Literally the whole date. I said, are you serious? Talk about something else. Like, talk about each other. Like, why are y'all sitting there talking about other people that ain't thinking about y'all? Like, seriously, how you spend your whole date talking about other couples and stuff like that? It's so stupid. I was like, that shit was so unromantic. I would have been embarrassed. Like, seriously. So they planning another date, I guess, and you know, Dustin has to chaperone a little Halloween dance and whatnot. I still don't really trust Dustin. I like the chemistry between him and Lulu. I just don't trust him. I don't trust new characters I don't know anything about. I really don't. I like the character so far, but I don't like new characters I don't know jack shit about. Even sometimes when we know stuff about them, it's like we still don't know them. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody hiding something that's bound to come to the surface at some point, I suppose. But anyway, that's pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Peace.